Hey, welcome to another episode of All Opinions Matter. I'm JC.
I'm Jay.
I'm Steve-O.
And as usual, we talk about any and everything. And today our guest is Steve Jackson. Steve.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what is it you do for a living, man?
Driving them damn trucks, man.
Yeah. Motherfucker, you pull a dry van, tanker.
Yeah, I'm doing those tanker things, man. You know, owner operator.
Yeah.
Trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, man.
Tell me about it. Yeah, and reason why I brought you on because you know we always be talking on the phone and stuff, and even though I don't always agree with you, I like the way you think. I like what you talk about.
Yeah, you know, truck driver talk. You know, we ain't got enough but time, man.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, so what's poppin', man?
What's going on? That's what you do, cross country or?
Nah, local, regional.
Okay.
Yep, so I'm at home every day.
Okay, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like when I was driving, I tried the local thing in the city, but I kept getting shammed because they had me delivering the Foot Lockers and shit. I'm on 26th Street trying to double park this big ass 18-wheeler and shit, man. That shit drove me crazy. Then I finally got out into like Wauwatosa and shit, parking lot the size of damn near, man, I love that shit, man. Them big parking lots, because I hate traffic.
Yeah, that's stop and go. That's what's bothering you, working them gears and that clutch.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. Shit, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'd rather be local than on the road, but hey, I go where the money goes. Shit.
Local, just so you be home every night.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right. Then over the road, shit, I tried it. It's not. Some people love it. Some people, it wasn't for me.
Okay.
And after a while, I think those that be on the road get tired of it too. They want to come home at night.
But what you think about them couples that go on the road together?
But see, they can stay out there. You know what I'm saying? They together. You know what I'm saying? How many years you been driving, Steve?
Tractor trailer I've been driving since 2012. Then I drove straight truck for 10 years before that. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So, 20 years.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. So you've been in it 20 years. I'm behind you. It'll be 16 for me in March. 16 years driving.
So what, you came out of school, what, 04?
05.
05, okay.
Yeah.
The thing about trucking, I didn't even know it was this prosperous. You know what I mean? I'd have been got into trucking, bro.
Yeah. Well, that what made me do it. I was saying like I got two friends that was doing it before me, Matt Irvin and Zachary Hurd, and I'm looking at, you know, the things they buying and the money they making. And I used to be scared of them. But after seeing that shit, like they study, I'm like, damn, man, they making good money. I said, fuck that. I'm going to have to swallow my fears and get in this big-ass truck. Man. And that what made me change my mind about driving trucks.
It is intimidating.
Yeah, I never got over that fear factor. Man, it was one time, see, and then you always do your pre-trip. See, I ain't do the pre-trip. We went over there to Penske to pick up the rental. I just jumped in, started driving. Hood wasn't latched down or nothing. I'm on the E where I hit a bump, the whole hood come up. And I'm doing like 50. All I could do is squeeze down and see that little 2-inch rope, like work for the road. And man, second time I jump in the truck, slam the door, seatbelt get caught in the door. I'm going around one of them curves, the door just fly open. No seatbelt on or nothing. I'm holding on to the steering wheel and the clutch. I'd be the first nigga to fall out my own truck and get ran over by my own truck. I'm like, yeah, it gotta be a better way to make $1, man.
But you said it yourself, you gotta do the pre-trip.
But shit, I mean, cause like I came in following him because we was at the mattress company, you know. We wasn't doing no pre-trips or none of that shit. We just jumping in and go, you know, jump in and go.
Yeah.
Shit, nigga, I lost a whole set of dualies on my trailer. I was doing garbage. And
What I do these?
Well, you know, the sets.
The tires.
The tires. So I pull up to a goddamn pilot getting ready to get some gas or diesel. I look, I said, some tires messing.
You never knew they was gone?
Both, I didn't know. So them bitches flew off, because you know, like garbage, you off-road, so you doing a lot of bumping and, you know what I'm saying? So them boys was gone. I said, I pray, I hope to God this didn't hit nobody, because You know, I mean, I lost both of them, not one, both.
Well, it didn't hit nobody.
Huh?
It didn't hit nobody.
No, it didn't. That was like
Because you didn't
8
know.
years ago.
You didn't know
Yeah.
if it hit somebody.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
well, you didn't make the news, so
Right.
Yeah. So those pre-trips are important.
yeah.
Luckily, state trooper didn't see no shit like that, boy.
Bro, I mean, like, I was amazed. I called the company. They say, and you didn't know they was gone? I said, well.
Was you loaded or empty?
I was loaded.
Wow, that
I was loaded. So, you know, you got your, you got the last set, and there was the set before that. The one axle, it was gone. Both tires.
Wow.
Both tires.
Wow. So had that been the last set, you would have definitely noticed. But by it being that first axle on the rear tires, you still had the last axle that was holding that motherfucker up.
So,
Yeah,
it
so
was
you
still-
can feel the drop.
I didn't feel nothing. I was going 70.
That last axle would have kept it up, because had it been that last axle, oh, he would have knew. He would have definitely knew.
And then I was loaded. 80,000 pounds, man. Max.
Yeah.
Let me tell you some crazy shit. I'm driving down North Avenue in my regular car, 18 wheeler in front. I see this nigga bust a U-turn in North Avenue, but this further down, I think, sort of in the suburbs. I'm like, damn. Now I'm gonna try that, right? So I'm going south somewhere. I miss my exit, right? So I jump off, and then I see thinking the road big enough to bust that U. Bust that U. Back wheels got stuck in the ditch, mud and everything. So I get some wood, try to put it up under the wheels and shit, right? So I'm hitting it, man. Wheels spinning so hard, smoke coming off of them, the rubber burning, just flying off and shit.
In your car?
No, this the 18 wheeler now.
On the trailer? Or
Yeah.
your drive?
The trailer, yeah.
Okay.
So the wheel had been spinning on your
On the
tractor,
drive,
on the
yeah.
tractor.
What, the trailer? The one I'm tractor in the front, trailer in the back, right?
I get what he's saying. So his drives was spinning because it wouldn't pull off,
Right,
pull up that
right.
trailer.
Yeah, because I was in the mud. So the police come, and I'm thinking he gonna help me. Shit, that nigga gave me a ticket and left. I'm like, goddamn. So the company I had to call the company. You know, they send a big ass truck out there with the little hook, you know, like the tow truck, and they pull me out and shit.
Yeah,
You know what the law said? The law said, thanks, man. You made my job so much easier.
Yeah, so did the tow truck company.
Hey, 'cause
he
you know what he
pulled you
said?
5 feet and charged you $500.
Probably
Yeah,
so.
you a ticket and he said, all right, call it back.
And he sat there and was like, ooh, sweet. I got him.
He said he can't even run.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there.
I got him.
But at least I didn't have to finish the load. Like, yeah, just bring it on back, man. Bring it on
Was
back.
you get paid by the hour?
No, we was getting paid just for the day, you know.
Oh, so you was straight anyway.
Yeah. I just had to.
This was spring air?
Yeah, spring up.
Oh, boy, we used to hit licks with spring air. Oh my God. And it's like when I first started, the guy that put me on it, Kelsey put me on spring air. And he was like, man, Jordan, how many
What is
mattresses?
spring air?
It's a mattress company.
Okay.
He go, how many mattresses you took so far? I said, nigga, I ain't took none.
Like that's normal. Like,
Right. He go, nigga, you ain't took no mattress yet? I said, hell no. He said, man, you crazy. Then he told me how to do it, and from that point on, then I taught this nigga how to do it.
This cook garage just stayed chunky with
You
mattresses.
say, fam, to whole Chicago had mattresses.
Man.
What? Man, was they good?
Was they good
Oh
mattresses?
yeah, they were like $500-$600
Like
mattresses.
sealy and all that type of stuff?
The memory foam was just coming
Out. That's the,
Yeah. Boy, I was hitting everybody I knew. I had a list of people that had their orders in for a mattress.
Remember that one night we started to go back up there, but we like, nah, we ain't gonna do it. Something didn't feel right. And sure enough, that next morning when we came to work, the boss, he had been there all night or something, shit.
Yeah.
You know, we like, yeah, we've been busted ugly.
We almost got busted ugly on our last day. We almost didn't get that unemployment because we were finna hit a big heist. we had
Yeah, we had the plan, we
So
had
what
the
y'all
garage
say,
empty.
if it's gonna be a last one, it's gonna be a shop. You gonna be out. We're going on.
we didn't even know it was
Nah.
gonna be the last day.
Yeah, we called, like, we had just left. We must have been on the road like maybe an hour or two before they called, like, yeah, we need y'all to come on back. And we thinking it's a drug test.
yeah.
We coming there that night.
How y'all did not know that their inventory was coming? Like you didn't think they knew that the inventory was coming up short?
It's all in how we done it. You know what I'm saying? It's all in how you do it. Like for instance, I deliver to a company, they might have, like, man, y'all got a 53 footer, and I probably got at least 70 mattresses on here.
Right.
One place that I deliver to might get about anywhere from 12 to 20 of those mattresses.
Okay.
So when I deliver to them, they might have some places they don't even have a guy out there checking inventory. They just want you to unload and go.
So they
So
don't know.
he got 20 mattresses coming. He might get 18. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you piecemeal it throughout the day.
Yeah, right. And so even when he get the 18, even if a guy come out and check it, you know, them 2 mattresses, I might put them all the way in the back now. So when he go, oh well, we only got 18. We ordered 20, but oh well, we only got 18 this time. Maybe it'll be in the next shipment. You see what I'm saying? So by the end of my route, I make that detour to my grandma's garage, that big ass 53 footer, pulling it on the block. And I unload those 2 in my grandma's garage and then go about my business. And then when I get off work, I call them people like, man, I got your mattress. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I used to hit Spring Air across that shit.
Now, and plus it was like, you know, like the company was closing because they had moved from, was it Michigan or Indiana?
Texas, I want to say, or something.
Yeah, so it was like, it's just me, you, the guy driving the forklift,
Yeah.
and then the boss, right?
Yeah.
And this big ass warehouse, it was just all kind of shit up in there because they used to make them there, but then they stopped making them, so then they just shipped them there, and then they put them on the truck and we took them out. So it was like, you know, it was a shoestring company, you know, nobody knew what was going on.
So y'all really had it made. I mean, I remember them days. It was
Yeah.
like, go ahead.
But you gotta think about, bro, black people in general, we call it borrow. Every black person borrow from the job. If I'm a housekeeper, I'm taking toilet paper and soap.
Yeah.
If I'm a motherfucking Coca-Cola driver, which I was, refrigerator full of Gatorades and Coke. Like, it just, we
Same
borrow.
with Pepsi.
And
Yeah.
guess what? We justify by saying they don't pay us enough, no goddamn way.
And honestly, Steve, I was waiting on you to finish so I could say that shit. They wasn't paying our ass right. Anyway, we should have got way more than what we was getting,
What, it's a
but
$1 billion company?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
But you know,
getting.
that's always gonna be our excuse. They ain't paying us enough, man.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, they really don't be paying us enough. So you gotta always piece together your salary.
Set my mic because I still seem like I'm distant, even though I got it right here. 1, 2, 1. There we go. There we go. Yeah.
I worked at the hospital. Let me tell you about the hustle I had over there. Now, remind you, I mean, I'm making $9 an hour. $9 an hour. I had they was called Corporate Express at the time. I don't know if y'all remember them. They do like the copy paper, like they like Office Max or something like that.
Staples or something.
Staples, yeah. So they used to come to the hospital and they deliver their supplies throughout the I was a receiver. But I didn't have to deliver their supplies. They had to go and deliver their own supplies. So I worked out a deal with my man. I said, look, bro, I know you don't want to deliver these supplies. I'm already here. If you cut me in, I'll deliver them for you. He said, cool. So that was one hustle. And then the other hustle was pallets. I'm already on the dock. So I'm like, okay, let me throw me some pallets to the side. And I had my homeboy come and pick them up and we split it 50-50.
How much did pilots pay?
$3, $1.50 a piece. He get $1.50, I get $1.50.
Okay. Each
And
pallet.
I was making probably more on my, because I'm only making $9 an hour. So I was making more on my side hustle than I was on my salary.
See, when I was at Jewel's, pallets were $5 a piece, and we used to catch them in the back, stealing them all the time.
So what's those, them big blue pallets, right? You
Yeah.
took them big blue, yeah. Them,
Man, security guard be out there chasing these Mexicans in the pickup truck, running down, they peeling out and shit. And I never understood, like, pallets, how much is pallets worth? But then he told me the math and shit, and these motherfuckers be stacked up, they got about 30, 40 of them, so you do the math shit.
And that's a cash business. So
Yeah.
you go there, they paying you cash money.
Wow.
Well, I can't talk about where I stole from because that company still existing. And it's shit I did, they still don't know about, you know. Man.
But think about it, bro. Think about why black people have to, well, Mexican, they still there. Don't get it twisted. They talk to you real kind. But they still in too.
Shit,
Yeah.
man, white people stealing, but they embezzlement. See,
Yeah,
now that's what they call it.
I was
Cause
just gonna say.
no, they moving them numbers around, and then and they getting that straight cash. See, we getting product, then we got to go move product, and then we get cash. Shit, they taking theirs off top.
Man, white people is the reason why you sitting here. They stole you, nigga. They stole all of us. We wouldn't be here. Matter of fact, we wouldn't be sitting here because they stole the land and stole you.
Yeah.
But then they call us thieves.
They stole the land and went and stole some workers, and then they just sit back and check the bags.
That's the real criminal.
Man,
That's
the
wealth.
Man, that's
Generational wealth.
that's
real
savage.
And didn't pay us shit.
That's savagery, bro.
And then when they did pass the Emancipation Proclamation, they like, oh, hold on, we got one more harvest to come, so y'all ain't free yet. We got, we got to get this harvest out the way first.
They waited 100-some years, didn't they?
100 some years plus one more summer. Like we gotta get that last little hustle about you. Man.
So what you guys think about the election?
Ooh wee boy.
I call him Jim Crow Joe.
Well, hopefully, we get some stuff our way. Now, I remember you asked me, Steve. I remember you, and again, this man didn't even care for Obama. He don't care for Obama.
I still don't care for Obama.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But I remember you asked me. You said, "All right, John. Regardless if Biden get it or if Orange Hair keep it, what's gonna change in your life?"
Right.
And like I said, I don't think anything could change.
Right.
I just didn't like Trump. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't like Trump. I honestly don't feel nothing but change, but I still stay watching the Roland Martin shows, you know what I'm saying? Breakfast clubs and stuff like that. Just paying attention to what's going on with these politics. I don't trust politicians, period. Let me just make that clear. I don't care for no politicians. I think they all lies. I think they just all say what they got to say to win that seat. But I'm hoping this year, well, next year, something changed for us black folks. I'm hoping they do something for us.
Now I just think, as far as like immediate change, I don't really see nothing gonna change, but I just hope that like the next generation, Black Lives Matter a little bit more. Somebody in there, okay, well, now they see all the police killing, like, man, somebody got to look at this and like, we need to do a little something, because you see Biden cabinet, he got all these diverse people, he got the black ladies.
But y'all go ahead.
He did add some color to it.
He got one black guy in a position that it's not even a top position. It's just I got a nigga in there. Like, so y'all can shut
He got
up.
a black lady too.
Yeah, like the old
Who's
black
up?
lady, the chick who been in
But what is her position? See,
She negotiated with the United what you call her?
with the United Nations.
she's Secretary of State.
United Nations.
She's Secretary of State.
No.
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, see, those are key positions. Secretary of State, Department of Education. Like, those are prominent positions. They give black people these token positions.
Okay,
That
yeah.
means nothing.
Yeah, because when they said the position, I didn't know what the hell it was, but I'm like,
yeah, they just said something. And see, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, let me tell you.
We still got time though. He can still switch some stuff
That
up.
dude, Jim Crow Joe, 94 crime bill.
Shit,
That's all I gotta say.
But wait, politicians,
94 crime bill.
I'm gonna say something about that, but go ahead.
the politicians are the biggest criminals out there.
Absolutely.
First of all, why would you spend $50 million on a campaign for a job that only pays $250,000? So you're gonna get yours back off top. So it's all crooked.
Hey man, they've been stealing forever. They gonna keep on stealing.
And then they been there for like ever. I mean, why come they don't have term limits on senators and shit? Like they do the
Well,
president.
they got 6 years.
They do?
Senators have 6 years and representatives have 2.
But they keep electing them. If they think they mind state, they doing good because they keep letting the money flourish through. So everybody's they're gonna keep.
Well,
like,
I mean,
prime
again,
example.
like what you just, if you looking at a criminal enterprise, you don't look no further than Congress, right? Like, they manipulate, finesse, lie, steal. They do it all in Congress, right? Mm-hmm. And they give you a little something, you a little something, you a little something, so y'all can shut the fuck up, right? You know what I'm saying? It's just almost like, bro, you ain't gonna snitch on nobody if they getting you. Like you said with the mattress, you probably grease everybody palm to make sure you don't get no snitches.
I ain't saying shit.
Right.
And that's what they do in politics. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, like I do have what they call, when you are serving other people, I think you should take that job serious, right? So I said I wouldn't want to put myself in a position of a public servant and do a disservice to the people that I'm supposed to represent. So I stay away from politics. Now the private sector, goes down. Whatever goes down, goes down. But when you are serving other people, I just think it's disgusting for you to take that position and serve yourself.
And why they take that position though?
Huh?
Why did they take that position?
To serve themselves.
themselves.
But they selling you on they serving you.
Because of the money. The money is the root of all evil.
Nah,
That's
nah.
why they do it. Look at the dude, Madigan. he had some. Here we go. We talked what you just said a couple minutes ago about the senators, how they stand there. He been around for so long. He been stealing forever, ever. And with this thing with ComEd, I believe all that.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he had his hand in that.
Of course he did.
So, like me, being on the political side, like you going back to Joe Biden, ain't nothing gonna change. It's gonna be the same thing. It's been the same thing for forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
Well, then change don't come overnight neither though.
Well,
so,
hey, bro, we've been here what 400 years. So it's still, if it ain't came in what 400 years. Now the point I'm trying to make is, I disagree with you when you sit back, when you say you vote, you really don't care. Like, that's kind of the problem. Not you in a sense. I understand why most black people don't vote because we don't see change in the vote, right?
Like Zach didn't vote this year.
But I think that's what they bank on. They bank on us just go vote Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
Other groups vote and they get something in exchange for their vote.
Mm-hmm.
Hispanics got something for their vote. Guess what Hispanics got under your favorite President Obama?
What?
They got DACA, right? So DACA means like all these little illegal kids here, they can't get put out because they was brought here as a little kid, and that wasn't, he didn't even pass that through Congress. That was under the executive branch. That's for one of those things when people keep saying Obama couldn't do nothing for black people because he didn't. Everybody made excuses for this man because I knew it was gonna get to this on why he didn't do anything for black people. Matter of fact, I think it's almost a tragedy when you see a picture of Dr. King, Malcolm X, and Obama. Now, guess what? 2 out of those 3 gave their lives for black people.
Mm-hmm. But
and you, the one didn't do a damn thing for you. So you got 2 out of 3 gave their lives for the black people. And
his hand was forced. He couldn't do nothing.
Bullshit.
They had him, man.
Bullshit.
Me and him had this argument all the time.
And you talking about? I voted for Obama twice. I voted for him the first time. Like y'all, I know what you guys are talking about with the filibusters and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand the what he was trying to get done. What they was filibustering, it wasn't for black people. They was filibustering Obamacare. Like they gave him a hard time on Obamacare.
But Obama looked at it as helping because he figured majority of blacks didn't have health care.
Bro,
so
let me tell you one thing. Let's keep it a buck.
I understand what you want.
You know what I'm gonna go.
You want to know what he done specifically, which he didn't do anything specifically, which I still feel. And you say as far as give life, let's look at it. Malcolm X gave his life. Dr. King gave his life. Obama probably feel like, man, if I go hard for these people and then they kill me, I got a family. I don't want to take that. I don't want to take that route they did and lose my life. Even though I love my people, do I really want to lose my life when I got this family at home that I want to? I just don't. He probably made that decision like I can't go that route, but I'm gonna try to do the best I can to help without getting my head blown.
Don't take the position, right? Like. I can't be the leader. I can't be the chief of GDs and talk about, man, I might get killed. Like, do I want the position of the chief? Am I the chief?
That's not fair,
if
man.
I'm the chief, I gotta take that. But I can't sit back and have my foot soldiers out here doing it. I'm up in a house cuffed in somewhere talking about, man, I might get killed. Like, nah, bro. Like
that's part of the game.
That's what you signed up for.
And what I'm gonna say is this, right? He wouldn't have, if they was gonna kill him, they was gonna kill him, right? Like, I don't think. Matter of fact. I hear a lot of white people say, even Trump said it, and it was true. He said, black people, y'all dogging me. What did y'all first black president do for y'all? And he's right. Like, at the end of the day,
Trump didn't do shit either.
But he's not black. We didn't expect Trump did something for his base. What those boys call when he told them to stand down and stand by, those proud boys or something. Like, Trump did not denounce it. Tell me Trump wasn't gangster.
Yeah, he was gangster.
Trump was gangster on a national stage. He the president of the USA, and they said, denounce this white supremacist group, and guess what that man said?
Hell no.
I'm not doing it.
But you understand, all the things that Trump did that he got away with, they wouldn't let Obama get passed with a quarter of that. Not half, but not even a quarter. Had Obama done 2 of the things that Trump did. Well, man, they would have man shut him down so fast.
Well, that's because shit. Okay, even the Republicans, they may not agree with what he was doing, but shit, they still benefiting from it because they're all on the same skin tone. Now if Barack had a whole black Congress, a whole black Senate, you know, maybe something else would have changed. But every time he tried to do something, they shut him
But
down.
y'all keep saying what he tried to do, and he tried to do nothing but Obamacare. So
That ain't it. I don't think
no,
that's all
don't
he
say
tried.
thing. I'm telling you, I know. Like
the only thing they
Obama
have.
spent his whole 8 years pushing this Obamacare. Now again, right? Like
They had him at gunpoint.
Obama
Nigga
said
pulled
this.
it.
Obama said.
He can't stand it.
They had him at gunpoint,
Huh?
so he could. They had him at gunpoint. He couldn't do anything. He was just a talking nigga.
No,
like
no,
you
no.
said. He was there. They had him at the. You don't think that man tried to do everything?
No, let me tell you something.
If
Hold on, I'm gonna explain it to you. Obama should be a pimp. And let me explain what I mean by that. Pimps had a hoes fight amongst themselves, and he's sitting back watching, right? At the end of the day, Obama didn't do shit for black people, and everybody else fighting for the. I was one of them. And I'm gonna be honest, I voted for him twice. I voted for the first term. I said, well, no, he ain't do nothing for black people, but he want to get reelected, right? But I said, man, it gonna be balls to the wall once this second term. Cause I said, yeah, Obama finna let them know.
Yeah, because he ain't worried about re-election no more.
And guess what Obama did? Nothing. And let me explain to you why. I think the reason why he didn't do anything because black people didn't ask him specifically to do anything for them. We were so proud. See, we got to get off of that old symbolism on how things like, oh, he's the first black president. We should have looked at that moment and said, oh, we're proud, and then go to him like every other politician. Hey, bro, what policies? What's your black agenda? Like black people, bro, especially black males, #1 unemployed, #1 in prison. No, I mean all the worst shit. Like he could have picked any one of those things and tackled it.
Now,
he chose not to.
Now, let's go back to what you just said. Black folks didn't step to him and ask him for anything in the second term. That's because
No, I think we did. We actually had a smile, and a lot of those guys asked for agenda the second term.
I was going to say, because you got to think about it. You know, even with me, I'm not politician literate. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I honestly just stopped paying attention to politicians when Obama became president.
So did I.
I didn't give a
So
fuck
did
about
I.
politics. And then I just started going do my research until Trump got into the chair. Then I started looking into politics more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of us black guys, a lot of black people really don't know. You know what I'm saying? Man, let's bum rush this guy and ask for this agenda to, you know, ask for certain things. A lot of blacks probably didn't know this stuff. We just expecting that, okay, since he's in there, he's going to look out for us blacks.
That's what we thought.
And to be honest,
sure
I
did.
always felt like, you know, him being president, that just inspired me enough. Now, was I
No.
expecting anything? To this day, I never expect anything from any president, whether they black, blue, green, purple, or yellow. You know, I don't expect for them to be like, oh, I just wake up one day, President so-and-so is doing this specifically for blacks.
He's supposed to. And see, let me tell you what.
Is he though? Or
Yes.
is he supposed to
Yes.
just look out for the
Yes.
American people?
Hold on.
Because I think he was just looking out for American in all, America people in all. Even though he should have, because he's black, okay, I'm just going to look out for my own kind because everybody else done it. I feel like,
Not just that.
I just feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Not
He
just
tried his best to look out for the whole American people.
No, you can't do that, right?
Why not though?
No, let me explain to you. Okay, so we just talked about Trump and the Proud Boys, right?
Right.
The reason why Trump did not denounce the Proud Boys is because that's his base. You need to do what you need to do to keep your base, right? So I don't care about it. It's almost like, bro, I don't have an election without the base. Obama don't have a presidency without black people. So with that being said, I'm not telling you to ignore everybody else, but I'm telling you, you need to have a black agenda. Like I said, we at the bottom and the worst of everything. Pick one. Like it's so much shit that he could have did. Pick one.
He did help get some of these blacks out of federal prison.
Let me tell you what Obama did.
A lot of blacks out
Obama
of federal
got
prison.
people out of prison that already was.
With your boy Joe.
Okay.
Joe was a part of that. Maybe he was trying to make up for that 94 thing.
Hold on. I got an answer to that too. So Obama got people out that was already pretty much done with their time. Like he didn't get nobody out that was had 50 years and he's like, no. And then even under Obama, he the crack laws was 100 to 1. Powder, 100 powder plus crack. He made it 18 to 1, right? So people are like, oh yeah, that's a good. Why you didn't make it 1 to 1? Because that's fair. Why you didn't make it 1 to 1? He made it, so instead of 100 to 1, he asked for it to be 18 to 1.
Wait,
so
wait.
I got.
Now let me say something. But don't you feel like every time he tried to do something, he got pushed back.
But y'all not hearing what I just said. The only pushback he got was off Obamacare. That's what I'm trying. He never went up the bat for us.
But see, because he couldn't get the first thing out the door, so he couldn't even start the rest of the shit he may have had planned. You know, it took him 8 years for Obamacare, so he had no time to do nothing else.
Raymoe.
And the minute he got out, that's the first thing that they got rid of.
Mike Tyson. You know I like to give these analogies. Mike Tyson slapped the fuck out you, right? And you do nothing. You gonna be a bitch to me, right? Versus Mike Tyson slapped the fuck out you. You fight Mike Tyson back, and he still beat the shit out you. You my hero because you fought. Okay. Obama didn't fight. So if y'all was telling me Obama man put this issue on the table, he put that issue on the table, put this issue on the table, and they just rejected it, all respect to that man. He never even fought for us.
Do we know that for sure?
Yes.
Yes,
we know that.
Like for instance, you said 100 to
100.
and then it went from
18 to 1. Yeah.
Now how about this? Maybe he tried to drop this shit to
But why
1
we-
to 1, and they was like, oh no. And he said, okay, how about 5?
But you know all that's public
He was
record,
like,
right?
Hell no. Hold on. They was like, hell no. He said, okay, let's make it 10 to 1. They're like, nope. All right, man, 18 to 1. All right, we'll go for the 18 to 1. Maybe it went like that.
Okay. See, that's my
Maybe,
problem.
but
with,
we don't see that.
That's my problem with us, bro. Like we making excuses for this man, and the whole point. See, I gave him this analogy too.
Yeah.
When you take your car to the mechanic, do you want to hear a bunch of excuses, or you want him to get the shit done?
Get the shit done.
If that nigga start telling you, man, well, I had a headache yesterday, so I couldn't get to it, and then the day after that, man, you know what, man, my wife, she was sick. Like you'd be like, bro, with all due respect, either I'm gonna pull my car or you need to get to it at a certain point, right? So, and I had my leniency with Obama was the first term, so I gave you 4 years a pass. I gave you a ghetto pass, bro. 4 years, I didn't expect nothing from you. I was defending him just like y'all are. Like, yeah, man, I had white guys come to me, yeah, what's up with your president? Like smirking, like, and I'm like, I can't really say. I'm like, well, my whole defense was after this first term, he gonna show y'all niggas. He gonna show y'all. And guess what? It was birds chirping, chirp, 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 chirp. And what bothers me is, like I said, when you become a public servant, you're a servant for the people, right? And then, because people, we make black people make excuses on why he didn't do anything for them. Obama did something for the homosexuals, right? Gay marriage came under Obama because they wanted that. They put pressure on him, and he did it, right?
They and they probably allowed that through Congress.
I mean, you messing with it, but
I hear you saying the executive, but maybe that's something.
The executive order, no, that wasn't under the executive order. But
they allowed that to slide though.
Well, Congress, I'm not naive to understand. I'm not naive enough not to know that everything had to pass through Congress. So I'm not sitting back saying he could have did this on his own. Right. But what I am saying, that's why I give him the analogy about Mike Tyson. If you would have fought for us, then I don't hold you responsible, right? You only can do what you can do. But when you cowered out and let Mike Tyson bitch slap you and you don't do nothing, I have no respect for you.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be a bitch because Mike Tyson slapped me.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be no bitch, bro. You from the west side. That ain't finna happen. I don't care if you gotta pick up a bottle, a brick, a table leg. You gonna try to do something. You ain't gonna let that man bitch slap you.
You gotta think about it. Mike Tyson slapped the shit out of me. I might not get back up any motherfucker.
I said slap. I ain't say punch.
Shit, that slap might feel like when we talking about Mike Tyson here. You ain't give me
Mike Tyson's about 60, man.
Give me somebody like I'm trying to think of a smaller motherfucker. I'll take that slap from
Sugar Ray.
Pacquiao,
yeah, I'll fight shit out Pacquiao.
Shit, chase his head down the block. Come here.
But you know what I'm saying? You give me the heavyweight, and did you? I mean, at his age now, did you see that nigga practice? Like, come on, man.
I did. Tyson a beast.
Exactly.
But can he go for 8 rounds? See, that's the thing, right? Anybody, what they say, bag don't punch back. But let's see how you look when you get punched back or you miss it. I'm making you miss.
I'm just saying, I just don't see this nigga slapping the shit out of me, and I'm trying to, even if I get up, man, if I can get up from that slap, because I'm looking at this man, and I'm like, man, I don't see me, I'm not a tough ass nigga. I never tried to be a tough ass nigga, and yeah, my sign, me being a Pisces, when I get mad, I'm willing to fight any motherfucker body. But we talking about Mike Tyson here. Am I a bitch because I say, goddamn it, man, this
Yeah,
nigga
you
slapped
are.
me? Well, call
You
me a
are.
bitch. I'll be a
You
bitch.
are.
I'm on here saying I'll probably be a bitch because Mike Tyson slapped me, and I'm able to get up. Even if I did get mad enough to rush this man, I already know that first punch, I'm down for the count.
Think that slap gonna knock you down?
Hey man, sometimes.
I think
hey,
slap.
hey,
If
hey.
he bitch slap the shit out you,
Wait.
Mo, is you gonna get up?
I'm gonna try.
Wait.
I'd rather
See,
down on my feet than live on my knees.
Yo, you big enough where he's
No,
not.
I'm just
you might
saying.
struggle and get
Andre
back
the Giant. I'd rather die on my knees.
Once again,
I'm
you
out
naming these.
Wait. But I'm gonna say one thing though. You know, okay, Mike Tyson bitch slapped me and shit, and I get up, I regain conscious or whatever the fuck. nigga, I'm gonna bite something off, goddammit. You know, it may be a finger, an ear, or something. I'm rush him.
Your girl there too when he slapped.
Oh.
I'm gonna get
Your girl there.
Now, girl, know I ain't no hoe.
No. But your girl there.
She might even she might be saying, "Hey,
No.
Johnny, please don't get back."
Wait, no.
Johnny.
What if he smack your girl?
Now, see, I'm gonna have to fight.
See, well, you want to feel the same way about yourself. Now, even though
It's
it's
just
the
like
crowd.
this. It's just like this. Let's say me and my girl together, and some guys walk up to us, wanna fuck us up. I'd rather for them leave my girl alone, and y'all can do whatever to me, because I take that ass whooping or whatever the case may be. Just don't put your hands on my old lady, my child, my family in general. Because even if they had a gun, and I don't want to get shot, I don't want to die.
Right.
But
I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that shot for her.
But that's
you know what
part
I'm
of you
saying?
being a protector.
Okay,
right?
okay. Well, let me explain this. Okay, I don't know if you was out there. Me, Taterhead, Kenny, Majay, and JP. We out there. JP slapped the shit out of Noonie
In front of my grandma.
Yeah,
I would never. I would remember.
and then Noonie ran around the corner, came back with 15 motherfuckers, and it's 5 of us. I knew we finna get our ass whooped, but I couldn't run, nigga. Shit, I just
So you had to do what you had to do.
I took my watch off. I set my beer down in the corner so I can come back to it. Shit, one
said, "Come
motherfucker
back
gonna
to
know.
my beer."
Yeah, one nigga gonna know he was in the fight. So they surround us. We all got our back against the wall and shit. I like.
Yeah, and
I look.
it's natural to be scared. You can't be scared. 15 motherfuckers.
Shit,
Every fight I had, I was scared, but I still fought my ass off. But we talking about Mike Tyson here, it's a different story.
But thing is, fear keeps you on your toes. So there's nothing wrong with fear. You know what I'm saying? But it's what you do over that fear.
You can't let fear overtake you. That's the thing about.
So I looked at the biggest nigga closest to me, and I knocked the shit out of his ass. After that, nigga started pulling my hair and shit. I don't know what happened, but that nigga knew he was in the fight. Shit, that nigga dropped his hat and ran his ass on down the alley and shit. But you know, we out here 5 niggas, 15 niggas, and I run and leave y'all folk. Oh man, what the hell? Come on.
And again, bro, a lot of times we do let fear take us. You know, fear shouldn't overtake. Fear can be good, like he just said. Where you know the adrenaline you get, like you said, you on your toes when you afraid.
Yeah, and then you stop feeling shit too. You know, you don't even feel the pain until it's over with.
It's over with, yeah. Then
True story, bro. I went to school down south. So I went to Westinghouse.
Me too.
I went to Westinghouse my freshman year. It got rough. So my mom sent me down south. So my sophomore and my junior year, I went to Louisiana. This big nigga named Pat, he was on the football team. We used to shoot dice. You know, I was trying to hustle my ass off down there. We was in the bathroom shooting dice. Now this a big fat linebacker, big neck ass nigga. He tried to Debo me, bro. Like, you know, we were shooting dice. I kid you not. You know, like Debo, I say he on the movie, he said I won. And then Debo, I lost. Like, he really tried to pull that shit. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't going, nigga. I'm from Chicago. That's like, I'm from Chicago. I ain't going.
Famous nigga last words.
Said, this nigga tells me, like, what you don't do is you don't warn a Chicago nigga what you gonna do to him. He said, man, wait till after big ass nigga talk like Tiny. Man, wait till we get out this period, whatever period we was in. I'm gonna see you. I said, I can't whoop this big motherfucker. I was skinny, bro. I said, but what I can do is I can go to my locker, get my lock. I closed that motherfucker up and I had it wrapped around my hand. I said, if I hit this big motherfucker one time, he gonna fall. So out there, we got an open campus. So I was just sitting outside waiting. Nigga, I ain't running. I got my hands in my pocket, you know, with the lock. Right there. I said, this big motherfucker up on me, I'm gonna hit his ass like goddamn a golf ball, a golf club in the golf ball. So he like, yeah, so what's up with all that stuff you were talking real tight, like tiny and shit. I'm like, man, what you want to do, right? So he said, but what's that in your pocket? I said, ain't your motherfucking business what's in my pocket. You come and find out what's in my pocket. He kept talking, but he kept looking at my pocket. Man, hey, what's that in your pocket? I said, come and find out. Long story short, I see the nigga the next day, I guess he tried to pussy me. He tried to punk me. Next day, he want to toss the football. What up, Steve? And this and that. I'm like, yeah, I know, nigga. And I ain't had no more problem out of him. I said, I swear to God, I will beat the shit out this nigga with this lock. You run up on me, you big 400-pound linebacker, I won't beat you senseless. And down there, they don't play, bro. Like, you go to jail for that. If I'd hit that dude with that lock down in the South,
Oh yeah.
I'd have went to jail.
But it's either kill or be killed. You from the fucking New York
They don't care down there.
Man.
In school, they don't care. I was gonna beat the fuck out of him with that lock.
It's crazy how, you know, with bullies or the motherfuckers that run shit, as long as you stand up to them, you end up getting cool with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was staying down in the village, and I was going to this, it was a boys club down there that I used to go to all the time. And it's this guy, me and him cool to this day, named Kent. He was even
Kent, is he a little light-skinned nigga?
yeah, look Kent.
He went to West House?
Kent didn't go to West End.
Oh, okay. I know this dude.
Got a scar right here, black mark. He stayed in the village.
I don't know.
His name King Short right now. But anyway, even back then as kids, shit, Kent was running thing, and he short as shit.
Stocky though, right?
Yeah, a little short motherfucker. But back then he was the shortest one out the crowd. But he was the one
With the heart.
running the shit like motherfuckers walk behind him. He was the nigga that was, you know what I'm saying. And they used to whoop on motherfuckers. So I remember we all playing hockey, floor hockey, in the boys club, and I tripped him with the hockey puck. Wasn't on purpose. We playing hockey, and my stick tripped him,
Right.
and he was mad. So after the game, Joe, did he punch me or he pushed me? He pushed me or something, and I was scared as shit. I already knew this was the neighborhood bully,
Right,
you know,
right.
and I'm a shorty. Well, I'm probably like 2 years under him or a year under him, but I was scared as fuck. But I knew I had to fight this man, and this when I learned. And we ended up fighting, and he beat my ass. That little short motherfucker fucked me up. And he the one gave me the name Cookbook.
Okay.
Kent started calling me Cookbook, and everybody else started calling me Cookbook. But after he whooped my ass, from that point on,
He respected you.
we was cool, and I didn't
Because he
understand.
respected you.
I didn't understand that then, you know what I'm saying? But it was like after that, I used to be scared. Like every time I see this nigga, he gonna beat my ass. But it wasn't like that. The next time I saw him, we was cool, and I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? As a shorty, I learned that like, as long as you fight back, you know what I'm saying? You end up, and that happened with a few motherfuckers. I end up fighting growing up, and we end up being cool.
Yeah,
afterwards.
and it's like before the block, like I used to stay over there on Polk and Pulaski and shit, you know. We had our little crew called the PPHP, Post Street Pimps Hunting Pussy. But it's like, everybody in my crew, we started off as enemies, you know. And it's like, if we didn't fight, I mean, if I didn't fight you, you know, we really wasn't cool because I can't trust you. You know, I ended up hanging around people who I knew had fight in them because we used to fight.
Right.
It was this one bully named Derek. It was two Derricks, a light-skinned Derrick and a dark-skinned Derrick. This back when they had pop bottles and you riding our bikes and shit, you know. Your mom like, don't let nobody ride your bike. Come out crib by 11 o'clock, I'm riding my bike. He's like, man, last night, let me ride your bike, you know. I'm short, I'm nervous, so I let the nigga ride. Now, I think I'm supposed to be in the crib about 5. This nigga come riding down the block about 7:30. The bike grips all sweaty like this nigga done rode the Harvey and back, right? Now, I'm already mad because I know, first of all, I'm late going home. Second, I can't go home without that bike.
Right.
So, you know, one ass whooping, two ass whooping, all the same because at this point, I'm out here just walking around looking for him.
Yeah.
Then this nigga come. Then he talk shit like, you know, he ride, he jump off the bike, let the bike just like crash to the wall or something, right? Man, I got so mad because I know when I'm going home, I'm getting my ass beat. So now I'm almost in tears already. We ain't even start fighting. Man, we started fighting. I grabbed the rusty spray paint can, and this motherfucker looked like it had been rusted for like 30 years and shit. And I hit that nigga in the head so many times, his shit started bleeding and shit, right? He fell. I jumped up, grabbed my bike. I couldn't ride it because while we was fighting, he was kicking my bike and shit. So like the crank was all bent and shit, right? The crank was bent. So I go running through the alley with my bike, crying and shit, right? My mom and them on the porch waiting on me, Lord. They sitting there. I come through the gangway crying with the bike. So they go like, now what happened? I just got in the fight. They go, did you win? I'm like, yeah. They go, well, why you crying? I go, I don't know. But the next day, the next day I'm going to the store taking pop bottles back, right? So he come in the store. And now I'm cornered in there by the pop bottles and shit. The empty pop bottles. Man, I've been
Did you cuff you once?
Yeah. I got about to cuff one, but like he walked up to me, he said, man, Joe, he stick his hand out, I said, we cool? I'm like, yeah, we cool and shit, you know? And since then, he respected me and shit. But man, them was a terrifying 2 days, man.
I got a funny story, bro. And I was the winner/loser. You be like, how you the winner and the loser? I'm gonna tell you I was the winner and the loser. This little, what's that motherfucker name? I don't know his name. But, and actually it wasn't too far from here. We was over there on, right over the bridge, over there on Florinard.
Okay.
So son of the school over there, you know, Sumner. Yeah. So anyway, you know how we get the plan and stuff like that. We got the plan, me and this little, I call him the mixed boy, you know. We got the plan and it turned into a fight, right? And I'm whooping his ass, but I'm still thinking we still on the plan side. And then it turned like the crowd started coming around. And I got nervous. I said, well, hold the fuck?
No, like, what they watching?
Right. I'm whooping dude. My cousin, all them come around. I got stunned, bro. Like the crowd came around, like, you know, I like a deer, they said deer in the headlights. Mm-hmm. I called time out. In the middle of the fight, I said time out. And he stopped. Everybody stopped. And I broke. I was whooping his ass, but I'm like, I broke. I'm like, man, this too much, man. What the fuck going on? All these people running around. I was okay when it was just me and him.
So it's either they wanted to see that.
Oh yeah, they wanted to see.
So he was a bully?
Who, me? No.
You, him, the dude.
No, well, people just want, you know how it is in school. Everybody crowd around a fight. Everybody want to see the fight. Mm-hmm. But I got stuck because it didn't start off as a fight. It was like we was playing, and then they got serious, and then the crowd came. I'm like, well, hey, I got to get my mind right for a fight. I'm thinking we still, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And like I said, I called a timeout.
And bro,
everybody stopped. And I, boom, they like, the fuck?
What the fuck is he running for? He was winning.
I was winning. I'm like, my cousin was so mad. And see, that's why I say, man, the big cousins, the big brothers, like those who put the fuck, man, they were so mad at me, man. I was every type of punk and every type of, and I'm like, man, I didn't know we supposed to be, you know, like, it caught me off guard. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I remember one time in school, like, say, the big homies around, right? You know, they try to put the shorties against each other in like, the fight. So we out there, we climb over the fence, we all in the grass and shit, just me and him, everybody along the side, cause we over there at Daniel Western. So, I dude come out, he talking like, yeah, okay, right. So, he like, hold on. He started taking the shirt off and shit, right. And then the big homie like, nigga, what the hell you doing? I'm like, what? You don't let a nigga take his clothes off and shit. Soon he put his shirt over his head. Man. So I like, okay, so now he's still coming out. So he did one of these numbers. I just started punneling his ass. Boom, 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 boom. He fell down and shit. The crowd goes wild. Yeah. I'm like, okay, yeah. Read these names. You know, because that was just how shit back then. But I'm like, yeah, the big homie like, dude, you don't let a nigga get undressed and get comfortable, get it. No. The minute he pulled that shirt over his head, you supposed to be knocking a nigga out.
Do y'all remember this, what they call, I don't know, because we all from out west, so do y'all remember that fight style called a Adi Home Shuffle or some shit like that? It was something like where you be doing some Bruce Lee shit, like, you know, you hitting your thing, like, and then you punch. Oh, maybe it's just my block. But anyway, they used to do the Adi Home, like, the point I'm trying to make is, boy, black people, boy, even in fighting, we gonna put on the show.
Yeah.
Boy, we gotta look good, nigga. Like in basketball, we just can't lay it up, nigga. We gotta put a hand behind the back. Even with fight, why you taking your shirt off, motherfucker? You ain't Hulk Hogan. What the fuck you taking your shirt off for? You ain't the Ultimate Warrior running around this motherfucker. He taking his shirt off. He got his ass. He trying to take his shirt off. My mama told me, that let you know, my mama said, if you lose in a fight, pick up a brick, a rock, a motherfucking stone, or I don't give
something.
like, and I'm telling, that's Chicago talk, bro. Like, if you listen, like, if you talk to people that grew up in other places, they don't have that savage type.
They don't get it.
My mama's a Christian, and she told me, hey, defend yourself at all costs. Like, hey, if you gotta pick up some, get them the fuck up off you.
My mama didn't tell me that, and she also told me never run from a fight. You always fight. Even though I'm talking that shit about Mike Tyson, she said she don't. If a person hit me, I better hit him back. Cause if I come home and I didn't fight, I'm getting my ass whooped by her. Man, my mother was a little woman, and whenever I got into a fight, no matter how scared I was always thinking, if I don't fight this motherfucker, I go home to that little mean motherfucker that's gonna beat my ass. I can fight him, but I can't raise my hand at her.
So you really getting it. That's really ass whooping because you can't even defend yourself.
Exactly. So it was like, yeah, you had to fight. But to this love thing we was talking about, and like I said, I kind of disagree with what you were saying as far as the.
So reiterate, you know, let the viewing audience know what we was talking about.
So basically, what you said about
he was just talking about love. He mentioned love at first sight or
Right,
something like that.
like you got love. It's love. Love is a love. Love, 4-letter words, right? You have love, different type of love. You can love a person for in this situation, or you can love a person in that situation. I can love you generally because you my homie, my friend.
Right.
I ain't gotta love you because I want sex out you or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't have to be that type of love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not all about that, but.
Hey Jay, I disagree with that part. I didn't, cause I gave him on the love at first sight. I agree with him. I don't think anything's wrong. You just said if you and him homies, and that young man, you know this young man, you know his upbringing, cause that's your homie.
Right.
You know he a good dude. Now I'm not talking about this adolescent stuff. I'm talking about when they get of age, right? So they get to the, they late teens, early 20s. And they want to see one another on that level. I think if anything, because you know this young man, and this young man actually has respect for you and the family, that might be a good lick.
I understand they not blood related, but this nigga is like my brother. Just
but
like
it still don't matter. But he's
brother.
not your brother.
I know.
But he's not your brother. And that girl, your daughter, and his son know they ain't cousins. They know that.
They gonna come up knowing they could. It's like my daughter and little Jeff. I always told Jeff that's your cousin.
But Jeff,
and I always told Serenity.
See, I know what the problem is. Now let me ask you this. Do you have any sisters?
Nope.
See, both these brothers got sisters. And they would never let me date their sisters. Even though you know I'm a good guy, right?
Y'all wouldn't?
Man, they hide their sisters. The whole block hide their sisters.
I would. That's her life.
And I think it goes with that. I mean, okay, yeah, you've been with me in some of my darkest and some of my brightest, but you know how dark it gets, and you know what kind of, but you're like, nah, you cool to be a friend, but you ain't cool enough for my sister.
Yeah, that's what he just said. So why would I think like that when some of my homies done dated some of my cousins? And I never said anything wrong about that. That's family.
Well, we had talked about it earlier, because I'm like, I asked her, like, do you have some sisters? Like, why I ain't never seen them?
I think that's
Raymoe
good, bro. Like,
Raymoe sisters didn't come. They was always with his mom.
They was all with my mama, so this has been me.
I always try to put myself in a man. I mean, I haven't experienced it, right? So I got to try to rationalize it to myself, right? Like I really don't see anything wrong with it. If I know that young man, yes, I do.
Have you met her boyfriend?
Yeah, the little dusty, dirty motherfucker.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
now.
I don't like him. But
see, now check it out. I got 4 daughters. 3 of my daughters are grown.
Right.
It's only up until I could say probably now that I really started accepting their boyfriends, or as in one of them married now, husband. But just like you had said, every time I met one of my daughter's boyfriends,
you didn't like him.
I didn't like him because I could think about this nigga fucking my daughter. So
but that's insecurities that come from you, though.
I can't see my brother's son fucking my daughter, because first time
we gotta get that.
It gonna go from me liking him to not liking him.
We gotta get that fuck part out, because it's more the relationship than fuck. Like
it is, but at the same time, it's still my baby.
Let me paint this picture. Let me paint this picture.
These are my
we gonna say your Mo, right? We gonna say Mo's son and your daughter. You know Mo's son, first year in college, man. He working a job. He's a good dude, you see all these bum ass clowns running around here, but he's a good dude and he's interested in your daughter. And guess what? He know and respect you. And you know he gonna know and respect your daughter because he know her. So he ain't gonna treat her like no buckethead out here in these streets. He gonna treat her a little different because he know her.
And for one too, he know he has to answer to you because he gonna see you.
Right.
And all that is true. I'm not disagreeing with
You
you.
gonna pistol start for a door. You gonna pistol start. Look, pistol start right there.
Not
Pants
at all.
hanging down.
Not
You
at all.
know what I'm saying?
I really don't like
Well,
that.
here we go.
It's always me, because I guess with me, it's always, with my kids, I always felt like no matter who they brought around, even with my sons, they other is not good enough. You know, I always look at it like that, and especially with my daughters, it's like no matter what boy they bring around, he just ain't
Yeah,
good enough. For
and
my
that's why
child.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I think we just always gonna feel that nobody is good enough for our little girl.
Right.
Barack Obama can have a little son, he still wouldn't be good enough for my daughter.
Exactly, and that's how I mean. My daughter Trisha, her boyfriend. Now, I know his whole family. I know his mom. I know his dad. You know, I know his people.
Right.
And I don't know if it's because I really like this nigga because he a truck driver like me.
Mm-hmm.
But I also pay attention. Whatever, man. I also pay attention to how
How you treat your daughter?
Exactly.
Okay.
And that what makes, because when I first heard about him, because I heard about him messing around before I actually ran across him.
Right.
And it was what, because my cousin be around him more than I was. And it's how my cousin broke it down to me, how he generally do for my daughter, that made me really start liking it.
That's all we saying.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, until you can prove that you're good enough for my child, I'm not gonna like you. But I know that takes away from what we actually was talking about as far as his
Because
son.
that's what I'm gonna say. That don't have anything to do with that.
His son, you know what I'm saying? But it's still the fact that I look at, even though they ain't blood,
They're your brother.
I really look at these niggas as
Absolutely.
family. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, they are literally family. So, like, his family is my family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? His family is my family. So I couldn't speak. Jay can have a sister. You know what I'm saying? Maybe back then when he first started coming around, because you started coming around when we was in grammar school.
Yeah,
so
towards
maybe
eighth
that,
grade.
Yeah, 8th grade. So it's maybe back then I've been interested in this daughter. But these days, right now, that'll be my
It's about his
sister.
sister.
You know what I'm saying?
You know
She'll
what,
be like
though?
my sister.
I think